welcome to WordPress. I'm hoping that you will enjoy this class and enjoy everything that this amazing software can offer you. First of all, a few things about WordPress. WordPress is a web-based application, so you're going to have to create or establish an account on a reputable web hosting company. And a web hosting company is a company that, well, basically stores all the files of a website, and when ready, when someone types in the domain name, it'll launch that website. So a web hosting company pretty much has a series of servers, computers, networks to allow your website to be displayed on the internet. And the one that I'll be using right now is called InMotion Hosting. Okay, and there's the URL right there, or web address, inmotionhosting.com. Another one that I use also is called SiteGround. So siteground.com, both very reputable, both very good. I do business with both of them. This is not an endorsement, but just letting you know that these are the two web hosting companies that I use. Now, in order to use WordPress, you pretty much have to have, again, like I said, you have to have an account with a respective web hosting company. So, and I do, and I'm going to go ahead and log in. There we go. As soon as it logs in, and of course, once you've logged in, okay, then you enter into what is known as a control panel as soon as this shows up. So there you see right here, there's a whole bunch of new tool sets and things that, well, kind of takes time to note. But just like everything else, once you dive into it, you'll be familiar with it in a matter of days. So I'll be clicking on this component here called the C panel, which is short for control panel. And in the control panel, I'm going to be looking for software applications. Well, most of them have an icon for WordPress. And you can see there's a whole bunch of other applications that a good, reputable web hosting company will offer you. At any rate, let's go ahead and click on WordPress. And here we can install it. And once you've installed it, okay, then pretty much you can start using it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on install, and then you basically follow the fields here. Okay, so, and of course, if you have any issues, you can always call the web hosting company and ask for help. If there's a web hosting company that does not have technical support, don't use them. I highly recommend not using them, because you're going to run into technical problems and you want to be able to answer them quickly. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this here. It says choose protocol. Obviously I want people to write it out. HTTP www. There you see right here. ghsvids.org is pretty much the domain name that I want to assign the WordPress account. And then inside a directory, I'm just going to click on example. That's it. That's all I want to do. And then here is a site name. So here I'm just going to change it to Mr. Hagues blog. Okay, site description. Well, maybe I'll just call it Hagues class. And my WordPress class. There you go. And then the rest you kind of decide on the username. I'm just going to put, well, let's just put Hagues class. And admin password, well, you can choose anything you want. Of course, I won't share mine, but, well, I thought I wouldn't. Let me go ahead and hide it. You can choose anything that you feel is reputable. Now, of course, you can ask them to basically generate a random password for you if you like, but it says it's good, and if it's good, I'm good enough. So I'm going to also select the admin email. Choosing a language. Now this is only for the admin panel, and I'll show you what the admin panel, not necessarily what people see. So of course I'm going to choose English, but as you can see there's a whole slew of other languages. After all, WordPress is a worldwide software. Anybody in the world can use it. Now, limit login attempts. Here are some plugins. If you want to limit the login attempts, that's fine. I find that annoying because I'm not the best typer in the world. So I basically sometimes I would exceed the number of times that I can attempt to log in before it locks me out. I don't want to use that. Other things, for instance, bold grid. Now keep in mind though that this may not be what you see. This may not be the platform that is in front of you. So if you get a chance to see Classic Editor, okay, I would go ahead and select it, okay, because we want to use the Classic Editor. If you don't have it, if you decide not to do that and do later, I can show you how to do that. But for now, we want to work with the Classic Editor. Then all these other things, well, we don't need WooCommerce, which is an e-commerce platform, so we might have a class for that in itself later on. And bold grid, black in. See, I don't need anything with bold grid, so I think that's more of a thing specific for this web host. And I'm just going to go ahead and, oh, I'm sorry, let's look at advanced options. And here is stuff that I really don't touch. This is the database name. We can change it to, I'm just going to go ahead and, well, call it, well, I'm just going to leave it alone actually. And this is kind of stuff that are automatically generated. I'm not going to mess with it. I'll just go ahead and press install. And there you see, it's going to start installing right away and let it do its thing. Okay, so once it's done, it gives you this information. WordPress has been successfully installed at this website. The administrative URL is this website here. Okay, we hope that it was easy. I think it was. Now let's go back a little bit and say if you want to delete this. Okay, well, let me go ahead and show you how that's done. I'm going to go ahead and work on the top part here and get rid of some tabs that I don't need. But let me go ahead and look for it right now. Okay, so here is, I'm back at the install section, and this is where I would install WordPress. We just went ahead and install, and as you can see, I've got a lot of students here who have their own specific WordPress accounts, and you'll notice that, well, there's a lot of them, and so, but some of them have decided they're going to drop the class. Okay, well, if they want to drop the class, they have my blessings, and of course they have their reasons. So for instance, I'm going to go ahead and pretty much access a student information who I know. So here is one, and I'm just going to go ahead and press X, and here it is, removing WordPress, remove installation, and it's going to do exactly the opposite. There it is, it's gone. And pretty much that's how you install and uninstall WordPress. So we already went ahead and created something. So the next step is to admin panel, and that is going to be the next step, so stay tuned.